Hi everybody! I'm here today with Ratface at the retreat at Shady Creek, and today we're going to do a resort review. So one of the best ways to get a full experience of an RV park is to actually drive around it. So here we go. Driving in. So right up here is the main gate. You can either use a clicker that they give you at the office or use a gate code, which is what we did. And speaking of the office, on the right here, there it is. All the resort facilities are in there. The pool is off behind there on the right as well. There are a bunch of different amenities. There's the pool, there's the laundromat, there's a fitness center, there's a putting green, there's a tennis court, and I'll be showing you all of that after I show you around the park. It's a nice big road all around and it's all paved. You can see how smooth it is. There's that nice pond there off on the right. And you can tell the park has a lot of people in it. There are a lot of rigs parked in there. But the roads are actually very clear as I'm driving around. It's the afternoon of a weekday. See, there's a lot of fifth wheels in this park and a lot of buses. Got a lot of Christmas decorations too. There we go. See those speed bumps there, the black and yellow ones? You really do have to slow down for them. They're not too rough on the Jeep, but you definitely don't want to go over them at more than 5, maybe 10 miles an hour, which is the park speed limit. You can see all the pads that the sites are on are all gravel, even though the main roads are all paved. I'll get into it a bit more in my in-depth review, but we stayed here for 4 weeks while we were doing some business in Dallas, doing errands, going to the doctor, taking Ratface to the vet, and it was really a great park for that. As you can see, there's not a lot going on here. There's a lot of people, but it's very quiet, very low drama, and that worked for us. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I should also mention that they had a lot of events planned there, a lot of social gatherings. Every Saturday they do a breakfast in the lounge area, although when we were there we were kind of there over Thanksgiving, so there were a couple of holiday weekends that were affected by it. They didn't have the employees, but nearly every Saturday they have, you know, a little breakfast, Keurig, a nice amenity they provide. They also have a resort app, which is nice. They have an after hours emergency number that you can call if there's any issues, which is also a really nice thing. Not all parks have that. I should mention that the staff was very friendly and very attentive. Every time I called on the phone, it was not hard to get someone. They always had the answers to my questions, which I appreciated. Sometimes you go to a park and it's hard to get a hold of somebody, and that was not the case with this park at all. Our neighbors in particular were really quiet. We actually had quite a bit of time where we didn't have neighbors on one side of us, which is pretty impressive if you see how big the park is. Actually, we're coming up to the end of this middle road here, going over another speed bump. Slow, 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 slow. Pulling around. And we're coming down to the last road. This was actually the road that we lived on when we stayed here. Spent a lot of time down here. See, there's a speed bump up here. Easy as you go. And that's actually us on the right there, that red car. Calcifer's right behind that red car. We actually had enough room at our site to park both cars, which was awesome. It's nice and wide in addition to being long. So yep, we're heading towards the exit now. We drove this way every day to get out. One more speed bump. You'll see on the right here, one of the only other Class Cs that were in the park. Like I said, it was mostly fifth wheels and buses at this place. And you'll see we're coming up right on the right are the dumpsters, which I will talk about a little bit later on in the video. And this is the gate to get out. It takes a second. There we go. So that's the park. Now I'll show you all the amenities. So this is the lounge and mailroom. You'll see it's very nicely decorated. Nice big tables in the middle. That's the area where they do the breakfast. Very neat. And this is the mail area. See, they have all the packages over on this shelf. And then over here they have this incoming mail place for letters and whatnot. So as you can see, it's actually a very nice bathroom. Nice and clean, well decorated, good bench. Take a look at the shower. It's got that ombre curtain. Very nice, nice material. You can see it's pretty big. And here's the laundry room. See, they've got a number of washer and dryers. Got a little prep area back here. That one machine, number 4, is out of order. Not too big of a room. Walking back to the pool area now. And here's the pool area. There's a big gate I'm opening. Walking through. Actually have this nice lounge area over here too. With some furniture and some barbecue grills. I actually hung out here one day when I did my laundry, believe it or not. Yep. See? Nice grill. Really good pool area, actually, all told. Not the biggest pool in the world, but they got plenty of places to sit. And this is a small tennis court or pickleball court. And here you can see their putting green. You have to bring your own putters. So we've been staying at the retreat at Shady Creek for about a month. One of the interesting things about it is that it's surrounded on all sides by housing developments. And frankly, it kind of feels like one, for good and for bad. Sure, it's not a campground or by a lake or a river, but it's picturesque. And you're not going to do much better in a major city. We're actually right to the north of Dallas, in an area called Far North Dallas. It's pretty close, especially to the cities of Frisco and Denton. So as far as amenities, we have full hookups here, back in and pull through spots. And they even have a propane fill service either at your site or at the office. So we've been here long enough that I can talk about the pros and cons. One of the interesting things about these spots here is that not only are they long, like a lot of premium RV spots, they're also very wide. We were actually able to easily park 2 vehicles in our space out to the front without being on the road. Each spot also has a concrete patio, which is really nice, although ours was awkwardly located. We still used it, we still appreciated it. They also have an excellent mailroom. Really easy to get packages and deliveries. We've been using that a lot. It's actually the best mailroom I've seen on the road. You can actually get
letters here, mail. They have a whole system for that. The laundry room is pretty good. One of the upsides is that they have machines that take an app instead of quarters, so you don't have to use your quarters, although they still have one washer and one dryer a piece that uses quarters instead. So if apps are not your speed, they do have that option. Another huge thing is, even though we're right near Dallas, it's really quiet here. I've slept really well. And even though we're on a major road, there hasn't been a ton of, ambulance noise or police sirens, less than I would expect. And most importantly, Ratface loved the park. In particular, he loved our huge backyard and the quality of the grass. He gives the grass a 10 out of 10, very happy cat.
There was also an impressive amount of wildlife, including these bunnies.
The cons are minimal, and I'm being kind of nitpicky here because I want to give you the whole picture. The one con is that there's a lot of traffic in the area, but frankly, that's all of Dallas. There's the sprawl. Dallas is boomtown. It's a growing city. You're going to run into that. Dallas traffic can be very thick, and people can be very aggressive. And this area in particular has a lot of new housing developments coming in, which is making it, frankly, busier. Another con, albeit a nitpicky one, is the trash situation. All the trash is brought to the front of the park in one set of 3 dumpsters. And depending on where your spot is, this can either be very convenient or inconvenient. We were quite a ways away. Another con about the park is that there is only one laundry room for the entire park, and the number of machines are adequate. One was actually out of order during our stay, but they were actively fixing it. It wasn't too bad, but I have seen better laundromat to resident ratios in my journey. That said, I will say that the dryers were excellent and very inexpensive to do a wash and a dry here. All in all, I'd definitely stay here again. It's a really great place to stay in Dallas, really nice, quiet, low drama, very easy, especially if you want to be close to the city. Has this been your experience? Do you know of any other great places to stay? Feel free to stick them in the comments, and I'll see you next week.